What up, y'all? This is Ericon, signing back into 6 Days of Snow. In the last episode, we had Reiko pleading out to us to take her away, and I got bad jujus from that one. And especially with the mindset of Eiji here, Tanabe, Mr. Eiji Tanabe. His thought process after she had stated that was very disconcerting. But anyways, we're on to this, and we're hoping actually that goes that way. But okay, Reiko deposited her shovel into the wooden storage shed at the back of the inn. She then began her new role as my erstwhile tour guide. She led me through the snow-covered forest can't talk, I can't English guys very well, you should know that by now. Sometimes I don't even know why I do any of these visual novels, because I can't read for crap. She led me through the snow-covered forest confidently, at a brisk pace offset slightly by the confines of her kimono. Buoyed, I think, by her exodus from the stifling Azami Inn, I don't know what the hell that word is, she grew more and more animated the further away she got. Soon she began talking to me in earnest, her face overflowing with smiles. She paused every once in a while to point to various facts about the flora and fauna. Here, a colorful robin, and over there, a cluster of delicate snowdrops with heavy hanging heads. Okay, I would like this kind of a tour guide. Sounds fun. Reiko told me about the time she had played in the forest as a child, building wonky snowmen until her hands were rubbed red raw. Haven't you ever heard of gloves? Come on! And how once she had lost a sandal in a snowdrift and never found it again. She had tried to placate her mother, saying a wicked mountain witch had stolen it away, but her mother had been less than impressed and sent her to bed without any supper. Jeez. Just tell her you lost a sandal in the snow somewhere. That would have been so much easier, and you would have actually had some food in your belly. What the truth will do for you. What the truth will do for you. Now, Reiko told me about the nearby village of Higashikawa, and how pretty all the roofs looked when they were covered in snow, and how happy she used to be as a child when her mother took her on trips there, to buy new clothes or sweets or hair ribbons. Reiko told me at night, when the wind whistled through the trees and she was lying on her futon, she sometimes thought there were ghosts roaming around these woods. I mean, I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, it's something that's probably gonna happen. Maybe? Who knows? She didn't know why her imagination hadn't extended that far. It didn't dare. The ghosts were just watching, waiting. Their eyes were empty and hollow like holes cut out of sheet. As Reiko talked and talked, I found myself growing warmer and warmer, though truthfully, the air was still a little brisk and bitterly cold. That didn't seem to matter when I was with Reiko. Oh boy. This is going where it's going. This is going where I think it's going, isn't it? Oh boy. Nothing mattered except her. We're gonna finish it. Though I'm starting to go towards the point where I don't even want to. Because of what this is starting to procure? Another cliche, but one that had never been more apt. After 15 minutes of walking and talking, my lovely tour guide finally paused, her stories faltering on the tip of her tongue. We had finally arrived at our destination, and the music just stopped randomly. Oh, it's been such a long while, Reiko said softly. Her tones reverent. I have been here hundreds of times already, but I always forget. That is a nice, beautiful painting. That's a nice picture. That is a really nice painting. And a voice trailed away because words couldn't explain how she felt at that moment. Words couldn't explain how I felt either. Absolutely. The shrine really was beautiful. It was a small, humble affair tucked away in a corner of the forest where the trees were thick and the snow lay thicker. There were no endless stone steps, no pagodas, no pomp, no fanfare at all. The shrine itself consisted of a wooden offerings box, and that was it. The box was dusted with white powdery snow, as were the trees about it. Naturally, the box was empty. I doubt anybody would wend. Okay, I doubt anybody would wend their way through the trees to offer anything to a small shrine like this. I wasn't even sure which god this shrine was devoted to. It was probably some local spirits from centuries gone by, whose name nobody had bothered to remember. And certainly, nobody had remembered to tend to this shrine. The offerings box seemed to be rotting away, even as I stood there, and the ground was covered with thick coils of tree roots and broken branches. Still, the shrine was beautiful. Yep. I know it isn't much to look at, said Reiko, suddenly self-conscious. I'm sorry if it's a bit of a disappointment. I hope I didn't get your hopes up. You Dorstruck! Did you get my hopes up so well? I was hoping to be a giant cathedral-like shrine! Actually, no, I didn't really care. Not all shrines are gonna be like all hunky-dory. I mean, a lot of shrines in Japan, I'm pretty sure, are like that anyways. Just that small. No, it's fine, I said, quick to be sure. I like it, I do. But Reiko fiddled with her fingers, hooking and unhooking them at her. It was stupid, really, to ask you to write a poem about here. Of all places, you shouldn't waste your time on something so banal. Oh, please, I said, rolling my eyes, though a soft flush of embarrassed happiness rose to my cheeks. Regardless, my time is worth no more than anyone else's. Okay? You're just being modest. I think your poems are lovely. The critics said otherwise. Well, they're silly. You shouldn't listen to critics. Isn't criticism their job? I suppose. You know what? That's quite true, actually. I mean, yeah, that's quite true. Okay. They should be thanking you, really, said Reiko lightly with a small smile. If people like you didn't create works of art for them to tear apart, they wouldn't get paid. They're like leeches who profit off your hard work. They couldn't exist without you. That's also very true. A symbiotic relationship, I pondered. I hadn't thought of it like that before. Well, sometimes I have good ideas, not like going to the shrine, of course, but other ideas. Better ones. Occasionally, maybe. Yeah. What? Clarification? That was a confusing sentence. If so, I was only too happy to give it. You have very good ideas. And don't worry about the shrine. I'm glad you took me here. But I don't even know when this shrine was built or why. Most of the people in Hakashikawa don't even know it exists. That makes it even more special. How does it? Doesn't that make it meaningless? Nothing is meaningless in this world. If we don't know the meaning of something, we can't make up its meaning. We can make up its meaning by ourselves. Reiko gasped. Is it really okay to do that? I don't see why not. We repurpose things from the past all the time. It stops them becoming defunct. Do you mean like defunctional? I don't know if I have the right to repurpose anything. I mean, I'm not very smart. You're smart enough. I smiled sheepishly, scratching my cheek with one finger. I don't know about your praise of my poetry, because it doesn't deserve it. Other than that, I say you're rather intelligent. Aww. Oh, how sweet. If only she didn't like that awful poem about the fireworks. Why did everybody like that poem so much? I don't know it. Why don't you let me read it, see if I like it? Come on, what's the poem? I had liked it too when I had first written it, but I had changed a lot since... Oh, whoops. A lot since... Stupid chair. I need a new table really bad, and a new chair. Just a new table and chair is really all I want. But I had changed a lot since then. The words on the paper, however, had stayed the same. My own boyish emotions running far ahead of me, I had been committed to print for everyone to read. Everyone who cared to buy a copy of my anthology from their nearest bookstore, that is. I wonder if they stocked it in the remote Higashikawa. Probably not. It wasn't that popular. I guess it's a bit selfish that I took you here, said Reiko quietly, her brown eyes fixated on the small shrine. I don't know anything about it, not really, but I have a lot of memories of this place. You'd probably think my feelings are shallow, but not at all! If it's important to you, it's important. The reason why doesn't matter. Those are some good words right there. Well, I stumbled upon this place by accident when I was 6 or 7. I was out playing in the forest and then I got a bit lost and somehow I ended up here. Like you were drawn? That's it, said Reiko, her eyes lighting up. That's exactly it. Like my body wasn't my own and it was controlled by some kind of higher power. A spirit. Maybe. Reiko nodded her head seriously, as though she would quite like to believe in spirits and not in pure dumb luck. I didn't blame her. I preferred the romantic option too. Maybe it was the spirit of the shrine, whoever it is. Maybe they called to me, said Reiko. I wouldn't blame them if they did, I said. It must be lonely out here, with no visitors, no offerings, and nobody to take care of you. Yep, I wonder if that's why the shrine called out to me then. It must have sensed that we're kindred spirits. Reiko, I looked down at her were you lonely? Horribly lonely. I had a very isolated childhood. I can tell. I can absolutely tell. Compared to me, you're still a child, you know. And I'm still lonely. She said it simply, as though it was fact. Like the sky is blue and the snow melts snow melts come springtime. Kakiuchi Reiko was fated to be lonely. That was just how life went. But it was so wrong. Why should she have been resolved to live such a sad life? Wasn't she trying to fight back? Maybe she had tried to fight once upon a time, but fighting had been too hard, too exhausting, and it hadn't paid off. Few things in life do. Yeah, that's quite true. Not everybody can be as lucky as I. After I found about this place, I came here a lot, said Reiko. Whenever Mother scolded me, which was often, I would run away and hide here. It became a second home, I suppose, a home away from home. Reiko glanced upwards, her big brown eyes taking in all the trees. They were snow-laden skeletons, large and immovable, that seemed to have been here since the dawn of time. I wonder if I helped these trees grow. I cried here often enough. She broke off, giggling shyly, but that's a bit embarrassing. I swallowed. I wanted to hug her so badly it was painful. I wanted to pull her close and run my hands through her hair, and tell her she had to feel lonely or shed tears. She never had to. Okay, but those were all lies. I was old enough to know speaking of such fanciful words so carelessly would only hurt a lonely, isolated soul like Reiko. She would believe me too readily because she wanted desperately to believe in someone, and I would let her for a few brief moments, because what man doesn't like playing Prince Charming? Oh, but that was all it would and ever could be. A fleeting affair like the falling snow. Yeah, it's definitely going where I think it's going. But I'm actually gonna go have to end it here, guys. Okay, we're running out of time for this. I ran out of time for this one. Okay, so yeah, this is definitely going where I think it's going, and I'm not quite comfortable with it. But I'm gonna finish it up. I'm going to finish it up. Jeez. Okay, thank you for watching it. If you like this video, press that like button, like it, and as always, stay active, stay connected, guys. I'll see you on the next one. This is Zircon, signing out. Bye, y'all!